Tribal and traditional, modern and cosmopolitan. Between the worlds of fast cars and camels, what does it mean to be an Emirati these days? This is Dubai, the city I call home. Towering glass skyscrapers, 12-lane highways, country-sized shopping malls, man-made islands visible from space. That's the Dubai the whole world knows. Sleek, high-tech, modern.
Stop, 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 stop. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now that's all true, but to us Emiratis, Dubai is much more than this. The way we live today could be very easy for us to forget a generation or two where many Emiratis lived in the desert. Now, despite all these changes, some Emiratis still identify themselves as Bedouins. But are we? Now me, I'm no nomad, and I highly doubt that even my great-great-grandfathers used to live in the desert. But despite all this, Bedouin life is vital to the culture of the UAE. And I've always been curious to find out more.
I've heard that there's a Bedouin encampment somewhere out here. My friend Kareem works as a tour guide, and he knows a lot about Bedouins.
I'm taking you to a Bedouin camp in the desert.
And what's so special about this camp?
Well, it's a typical Bedouin camp, and they are coming to spend some time in the desert.
I know that it seems like you know where you're going. How do you know where we're going?
Well, you know, I've been, many times I've been coming in the desert and I know the places.
This is just how a traditional camp would have looked. Usually, it's near a water source.
I would like to present you some Bedouins.
Okay.
السلام عليكم.
السلام عليكم.
يا مرحبا.
السلام.
كيف حالك؟ حياك الله.
السلام. 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 That's the traditional way of saying hi here.
So this is what is typical sitting for the Bedouins. As you can see, they welcome us by this way, and usually the woman they will be inside the tent.
So where are you from?
We're from this area right here, Al-Mizrah. This area was well known for its fort, and it had many gaf trees and the wadi running through it, and scorpions running all over the place. We came here to winter until the season changed, and then we moved on.
This is true traditional Arabic coffee at its best. If you don't shake your cup, they'll keep pouring it and pouring it and pouring it. So if you don't want any more, make sure you shake your cup.
So Marwan, now we are in typical Bedouin tent. I will now explain you how they make it. This is a goat's hair, and you believe from this only texture they will make this, and they will make also the rope, as you can see there, so that they can fix all the tent. And also something incredible is that this is waterproof. Those kind of tents they use it especially for the winter, because it keeps away from the cold and the water.
We split our homes into two parts. Our homes were made of cotton and wool. From this first pole until that second pole over there, this was considered the central room and was used for sleeping. And from this pole here until the end of the tent, this section was our sitting room.
Bedouins are always on the move, but there's always a place for everything and everyone.
I really want to show you what about in the summer, how they used to live in the summer, what kind of tent. So here in front of you, you have a summer tent. It's made, instead of wool, no, it's made of the leaf of the palm tree, so that it will keep away the heat and let in the cool inside.
And how many people does it take to build this?
Well, it needs like 5 people, and they will need like 4 hours to do it.
You know, his explanation of life back in the days in the desert, he made it sound very interesting, but I don't know, something tells me that life wasn't that easy.
Yes, it was actually. It was so difficult, and it was a survival just to find food or even water.
How did you find food?
We would look for plants through the dirt. For example, we ate plants like humad and arta. We would cut them up and mix them in with our food for flavor.
So here we reach to the water hole. Here they were digging, and they were taking like more than 10 days to dig into the sands till they found the water. It will go like maybe between 10 to 20 meters underground. And the problem, which was so difficult, is that sometimes they could find salty water and not clean water. So before to do anything, they were asking the permission, the advice of the oldest man in the village, because he had more experience and know where is located the clean water.
And then, of course, there are the camels.
So here are the camels, and I think it's very strange because I feel like they're watching us.
Yeah, exactly, you know. And they were really important in old days because it was a mode of transportation. They used to put load on it. They used also to drink milk. And even until nowadays, they're drinking the milk. And even when it dies, they used to take the skin to make a leather.
Do they actually eat the meat of the camel as well?
No, very rarely, because it was too valuable to eat. They were eating goats or other things, but not camel. Okay, do you want to have a ride on the camel?
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's try it.
Come on, let's try. You will see. See how does it do.
Okay, I know how funny that looked, but I wasn't gonna give up that easily.
I told you I can do it. Woo! I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a little bit painful, but definitely worth the ride.
The Bedouin may be less numerous these days, but their traditions are very much alive.
It's amazing how the Bedouins are so integrated with the desert and how they can squeeze so much out of such harsh conditions. But not all Bedouins are nomads. Generations ago, some of them moved to the oasis where they exchanged their tents for the houses. And that's exactly where we're heading next, a typical oasis town.